Screen again. There we go. There's the recording, you guys. All right. So welcome everybody. Today is one of our Goalie virtual culture club meetings. We're excited to have everybody here, and we're very excited that Kinda is joining us to teach us about Ramadan. And I'm saying hi. I'm Shannon Borum. Dr. Trin, do you want to say hi to everybody before we get started?
Sure. Hi, everybody. It is Dr. Trin from Georgia State University. Dr. Borum and I have been collaborating and been doing this work together. And Kinda has been working with me in the Arabic Teacher Council of the South. I've been managing and supporting Arabic teachers in Georgia and in Texas and in South. So thank you so much, Kinda, for accepting our invitation to present the work and celebrate the Ramadan with the student.
Awesome. So with that, I'm going to pass the screen off to you, Kinda, and we are going to learn from you.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Kinda Hanano. I am the Arabic Language Director at Aleph Institute here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm happy to be with you. Hello, Ethan. Good to see you. And Shannon, finally, good to meet you in person. So we have, how many students we have in class? We have 3 students here.
In my class, we have about 3. I got a message from some of the folks that had registered and they had interrupting things happening. It's a very busy time. So what we do is we record and we post it online so people can share with their classrooms later.
Great, that's great. I see another probably teacher, Helena. Hi, Helena. And let's start. So I'm gonna start by asking you if you know anything about Ramadan. Okay, then let's start the presentation. Right. So like I said, it is first slide, it's talk about understanding Ramadan. So I'm going to read from the slide. Fasting is deeply rooted spiritual practice in the Arab world, observed by Muslims as an act of devotion, self-discipline, and reflection. So this is part of the religion that happens once a year where people, do this type of religious practice. So Ramadan timing, why do we fast during this time of the year, and how and from what time to what time? So Muslims fast from dawn until sunset for an entire month. So it started this year, beginning of March, and we keep doing it until the end of March. Ramadan falls on the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, which follows the lunar cycle. If you have any question about that, please let me know. The month of Ramadan advances 11 days earlier each year. The lunar calendar is 11 days shorter than the solar calendar. So for this, so Ramadan is the name of the month, of course, and it is number 9 in the lunar calendar. Lunar calendar is we follow for this specific, religious act, the lunar calendar, which is follow the phases of the moon. It starts with the crescent moon and it goes with the cycle. Ramadan fasting, observing Ramadan fasting is by abstaining from food and drink from dawn to sunset every day for 1 month. So we stay without food and drink from early in the morning up until sunset. The fast is broken each evening with a meal called iftar, the Arabic word for breakfast. So this is what the meal is called. So we replace the breakfast, lunch, and dinner with 2 meals actually during that month. One is iftar, which is where we break the fast, and suhoor is the pre-fasting meal, eating before dawn during the month of Ramadan. It is vital to prepare the body for a long day of fasting with the right nutrient that will keep it energized. So we have certain food that we stay away from because we don't want to feel thirsty, and we eat also certain food that it is high in energy, that it's slow process to keep us going. Any questions? Okay, let's move to Ramadan traditions. From dawn to sunset, Muslims abstain from food and drink. But when the call to Maghrib, which is the sunset prayer, echoes, it is time for iftar. So this is when we know that it is time to break the fast. When the sun goes down, and it is the prayer time for the Maghrib prayer time. Traditional iftar dishes vary by country. So mostly all across the Arab world, everyone breaks their fast with date. You know what date is? Is tamar. It's high in sugar, it's high in nutrient, and we try to go back to eating by slowly preparing the stomach for the food, which is usually it's the date first, and then people eat the soup and then whatever they have for dinner that day for iftar. Spirituality and traditions. Ramadan is about more than fasting. It is time for prayer, self-reflection, and charity. The Taraweeh prayer performed at night fill mosque with spiritual atmosphere. The Quran is recited extensively and act of sadaqah, charity increase, ensuring that the less fortunate also experience Ramadan blessing. So what's the purpose of fasting? The main purpose is to have self-control and to think of the basics. Like here we have access to food all day. We are fortunate to have 3 times in the day meals. Everything is accessible. In so many areas of the world, this is not that the case. So this will take us to basic, and also it helps people to leave bad habit if they drink a lot of coffee, if they smoke. So this is also will put you in a good diet. So this is the main purpose. And also it's self-reflection. It is the time we celebrate that we are Muslim during that month. People give a lot during the month of Ramadan. They make sure to give to the less fortunate, like I said, either by giving food, giving money, giving clothes, anything you want to give during that month. It is really highly appreciated. Okay, so now Ramadan traditions, we have a couple of things that we are that they are accustomed in Ramadan. So I'm gonna start first by suhoor drama. In most Arab countries, the suhoor, this is the meal, the early meal that we eat before start fasting. This is like I said, the meal that will set you off for the rest of the day. So in most Arab countries, the suhoor drummer is beloved Ramadan figure. So what's that mean? Let's explore who's that person is. Before dawn, a man walks through the street beating a drum, tabla, and calling out people to wake them up for suhoor. So of course, this habit or this tradition started in the old days when people didn't have access to alarm to wake them up for suhoor, and they want to wake up and eat this last meal before they start fasting. So there is this practice that they do. This man goes in the street and beat the drum to help people wake up for suhoor. So this is stay in some country, it's still happening until now. Some country they stop because, like I said, it's easy now to wake up for suhoor when you have alarm, and it's not an issue. Announcing iftar time, also iftar time, which is when we break the fast. The Maghrib Adhan, which is the call for prayer at sunset, marks the time for iftar. In some Arab countries, the ancient tradition of sounding a cannon blast, matfa al-iftar, just before the adhan still continues. So up until, probably recently, I think they still have the cannon blast, which is, it happens like a minute or so before the adhan, the Maghrib adhan, which is to announce that you can eat now. Okay. So the last one is also, we have communal iftar. What's communal iftar? This is a tradition happens all around the Arab world, where it is also a UNESCO intangible cultural heritage. Date back to the 7th century and often supported by donors. So what's that mean? In every mosque around the country, we have communal iftar, where a donor pays a money and for a caterer or for people to cook for unlimited number of people. And later in the slide you can see picture about this, where people gather around, like student, if they don't have someone to cook for them, less fortunate people who they don't have access and they are fasting, they can go to the mosque, to the near mosque, sometimes in the street. Like I know in Egypt, in Cairo, they do also, in the street, they call it Mawa'id al-Rahman, and it's just food provided for anyone who asks for. So this is also a tradition known in the Arab world. After we break fast, Ramadan games and activities, often after Taraweeh prayer are concluded, which is the last prayer of the day, and it's a special prayer that we do only in Ramadan. Loved ones come together to watch TV, eat dessert, play tabletop games, and this is all is very common activities. Next slide. It is Eid al-Fitr, this is the celebration that comes after Ramadan. And Eid al-Fitr marks the end of fasting with a joyous celebration. Families dress in their finest clothes, give gifts to children, increase charity, and enjoy a lavish feast of roasted lamb and sweet and ma'moul. Ma'moul, it's a traditional also sweet that it is known to be, made and presented to everyone during the months of Ramadan. Mosque overflow with worshippers giving thanks. The street comes alive with celebration. That marks like an end of March. This year on the 31st or April 1st is the Eid al-Fitr. Al-Fitr comes from the word of iftar, which, when you break the fast. Any questions about the information? So I'm gonna summarize what I talked about. It is 2 meals a day, one called suhoor, which is the early morning, and the other one is iftar. We do not eat or drink during the day. At the first couple of days, it is a bit hard, but then you can used to it. These two, it's just an adjustment in time, and it is very helpful to, like I said, come back to basic and think about what's important for people, and to be able to share also, a lot of spiritual activity during that month. So next this is the lantern. This is known decoration for Ramadan. So you can see different type of lanterns. And here you see, I put some here. If you can, we had an iftar dinner the other day at Alif, where I work, and this was a part of the decoration in the iftar. This is, like I said, it's the communal iftar here. You see how many, this is probably in a somewhere in the street, sometimes, like I said, in a mosque, a lot of tables. Donors, they do provide either food or money for people to cook, and everyone in need will come and share the meal. This is the date, which is really what we break fast with. The first, we eat it also for iftar. This is high in nutrient and in sugar. Also very popular is dried fruit. It is anything low in sodium. We don't want to eat a lot of salty food because it makes you thirsty. Any questions, Shannon? Do you want me to answer any questions before we start? I prepared also a small video about the whole month of Ramadan. It will summarize it. It's just like a couple of minutes of yeah. Do you want to?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So it seems like the nights are very long during Ramadan. Like people stay awake is that just typical of the Arab world culture altogether, or is it specific to Ramadan festivities?
It is, in general, we do like nightlife. So like if you are in the Arab world, you go out at 10:30 or 10 at night. You stay out until 1 or 2. And in Ramadan, especially, people, they try to stretch this part of the day, because they wanna, some people, they don't wake up for suhoor. They eat like at 3 o'clock before they go to sleep, and then they don't have to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning. Of course, us here, it is not possible because we have to wake up and go to work. So we sleep and wake up at like 6 o'clock. Like now in Atlanta, we have to stop eating by 6:45. And you know, so it's like a breakfast, honestly. You know, you have your coffee, you eat a sandwich, whatever you want. But yes, usually it is. And especially, like I said, back in the Arab world, they do adjust a little bit the hours of the day. Like people, they go to work a little bit you know, later. They don't have to be at work at 8 in the morning. Some of course jobs, not everyone, but it is either you go a little bit later, or they will let you go back home a bit earlier. Instead 5 in the afternoon, you go back at 3, so to rest and prepare. So this is, yes, you are totally correct. Any other questions?
It's mamul, I think the ship. Oh yeah, what was the food? It was mamul.
Mamul, yes.
Oh, do you have a picture of that?
I don't, I did not prepare. I can search for one while we're doing the activity. It is mamul. It is the type of cookies that it has in the middle either date paste or pistachio. It is so yummy. It has powdered sugar. You can, it's a store bought, or people, you know, back home, back in the Arab world, they do make it at home. It is very yummy, and it's traditional for, you know, not only for Muslim, for Christians also in the Arab world, where they do celebrate also Easter with ma'mul. So this is a traditional more than in a religion. It is very traditional type of sweet. And for the last 2 years, and this year also, actually the fasting of the Christian religion and the Muslims, it happened to be at the same time. So we end the month by, you know, celebrating Eid al-Fitr, and Christian end the month by celebrating Easter. So this is also marks the end of the Lent, you know, fasting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anybody online have questions? All right, I think we're ready for a video.
Okay, let's see. So it is about Ramadan in Egypt. Hopefully I can be able to share it. You know,
Ours will be quick.
okay. So the lanterns, it's gonna be at the end like this, you know, this is the end product. So what we're gonna start with is you take the colored paper, fold it in half, okay? And then take a ruler and make a line from this end, not until the end, leave a little bit unlined like this, okay? So make a line like half an inch or 3/4 of an inch apart from this side that is folded up until this, okay? Good. Yalla, let's do this. The whole paper has to be lined, because after we line it, we have to cut from this end to not until the end, a little bit before. I'm gonna start lining mine. This is how it's gonna look, okay? From the folded side, you stop a little bit before it end, the paper end, okay? Are we good? So mine is done. See, this is the open part. It is from here up until.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Don't line it until the end. Stop a little bit before. After you're done, you start cutting the lines on the lines. Don't cut all the way until the end. You have to cut like this and stop. So
You can tell which of us is real precise with measuring and which of us are eyeballing it.
same here. I did
We
this.
have we have some with rulers who are being very, very, very neat.
I used the rulers, but I did not measure. Yes, so this is how it is.
All right, Eden's gonna take Eden's really measuring.
Yeah, I got it though.
Let me know, please, if you have any question. You know, even it is always a very cultural event in Ramadan, on social event. So people, they do a lot of invitation, iftar invitation, where they go and you know, meet each other. They do potluck, so people do, because it's, you know, to take off the burden of cooking from the host. They do take their dishes and go. It's just to it's a fun time to be together. So if you're done cutting, you can open this. Yeah, I think one of you are done. Good job. The you know, one in the back, and then you have to close it like this. Either staple it together, or yes, or glue it. I use stapler in the white one, and I'm gonna do the same here.
You got the stapler, yeah.
Here you go.
That's very cool. Thank you.
It is easy. It is, sometimes we do it as an activity. They do put,
Does it really have staples? Man, sorry. You grab some.
yep. Find the picture of Ma'mul.
So if you're a student at school,
Mhm.
like you can't drink water. Like I'm so used to our students always having drinks with them. Like there's nothing, right? Like no water, no liquids.
There is cases where if you cannot, and you have a long day at work, or if you're working under the sun, if you don't have to fast. Like if you have midterm, so there is exception. But the thing is, when you break fast for a couple of days or for an entire month, so if people are sick, they don't have to pray, they don't have to fast, but you have to feed someone for every day you break fast.
Oh,
So
okay.
and I broke fast for 15 days. I have to feed someone for 15 days, one meal a day. So
Okay.
it's like you have to feed people if you cannot do it. Like I said, some people they have exhausting work, you know, exhausting job. They have to do a lot of physical under the sun in different area of the world. That's totally fine, but you make sure to pay money to feed people. So all mosques take sadaqah, or we call it zakat al-fitr, which is we have to do it. Even if you fast every single day, you have to feed people. So you see, you go to mosque, you see boxes with written on it zakat al-fitr. You put money, you have to feed, you pay like let's say here to feed someone a day, let's say $30 or $25. So the mosque will give you the exact amount for this year and in your city or in your country, and you put one, like I have to feed one person since I'm fasting, that's like $25 for the month. But imagine if everyone pays this amount, and if you break fast for, like I have kids in college, they play sport, they cannot fast, we feed for each day. So that generate a lot of money, a lot of fun to feed people. And this is how mosque operate on providing the communal iftar. It can be one donor who takes care of everything, or it can be also different people, which is whatever they collect for that day. So, yeah.
Very cool.
And people who elderly, they cannot fast, they pay money, you know, if they have an illness, if they are whatever, you know, the case is. So this is ma'mool. Can you see that?
Those are the cookies you were talking about.
So there is different shapes. So this is ma'mool. This is another picture. It is so yummy. I'm telling you, they are available in the you know grocery stores. It is packed, and so there is different type, different you know, like I said, some of them are with pistachio. I'm gonna show you different style.
Oh,
Yeah. So this is one. Let me see. This is more of a traditional, also without the sugar. Yeah, so much. They're all very yummy. So you
now I want
basically, it's
cookies.
cookies. It's a stuffed cookies with date. It's
Awesome.
made of semolina. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So any other questions? Any, you know, did you get the two meals, the suhoor and iftar?
Okay, so she asked if you were to get a candle, you would put the candle here and then just put this over it.
Yes, yes, and make sure it's a small candle. I don't have a small one, I have a big one, but it looks really prettier with the small candle, like the small ones. You
And
put
these
it
are
in the middle.
So if you're actually going to do it at home, watch it the whole time so that flame doesn't catch the paper.
Oh
on
no,
fire.
of course, it's a flameless. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flameless is good.
Yes, not a real candle.
Oh, yeah. Or over, so one of our students said over a lamp. That would be nice too. Very
Yes,
cool.
yes, that will be good. Okay.
Awesome.
Make sure,
Well,
and
Kinda,
like I
thank
said,
you
they
so
do
much.
more than one. Yeah.
Oh,
thank,
yeah.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed. Please let me know if Shannon, if you wanna shoot me, you know, any questions. I'll be glad to
will.
answer any questions. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we hope to have you back next year.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
good afternoon, everybody. Thank you.
Good one. Bye bye. مع السلامة.